everyone. I am happy to talk to you about BDS modules, Behavior Development Solution modules. These are BCBA exam prep resources, and we decided as we began our Master's in ABA program to add BDS modules to all of our courses beginning with the second semester through the final semester. And so as you enter your second semester of the program, you will be given information on how to subscribe and get started. So let's talk a little bit more about BDS subscriptions. So this will come from an email invitation from BDS giving you information on how to subscribe. You could go directly through their website, but the price will be higher and it will not be linked to Augustana coursework, so please wait for the email to come from BDS. We recommend that you purchase a 12-month or longer subscription, and that is because to complete the remaining months in your program, you'll need at least 11 months, and depending on your start time as a student at Augustana, it may even take the full 12 months. So go ahead and get the 12-month subscription. There are longer subscriptions available. In addition, if you finish the program and you would like to get an extension, BDS does offer some weekly and monthly extensions for students as are actually graduates of a program who are in their final stages of preparing for their BCBA exam. All right, and so prior to the semester start, once you receive your Getting Started email, go ahead and set up your account and take the Getting Started module. And so basically this means that you will go to the BDS website, sign in with your username and password. You'll go to the learning dashboard and then sign in once again on that section. So let's take a look at what you might see. All right, I'm at the BDS website and I have my username. Here's my password. I am not a robot. Let's see if I can get logged in. Oh, did not like my password. Let me try again. Actually, it's because my username is Kathleen Cook. So let's fix that. Now let's try again. All right, so I am now into the learning dashboard. Or into the website. I want to go to the learning dashboard. Go in again. Now I should be logged in. So I'm logged in as an administrator, which you see may be slightly different, but this is the place that you will go for your Getting Started. Any of the assigned modules will be also accessible here. So you will see if you are now working on the 6th edition, there are module series that are aligned with the 6th edition. So make sure that we have this available, accessible to you up here. And then with your Getting Started, click on each of these links and work through their questions. And then after that, these are each of the domains for the TCOs. And so you will have specific assignments relevant to each course to complete while you're in that course. So you will see with each unit there is a pretest. You're not required to take the pretest for grading within any specific course, but that pretest will give you information on your current level of understanding and comprehension of the actual test items. So start there. It gives you a nice comparison. Do not be disappointed if that grade is fairly low. It should be at this point. And then later on when you do take the post-test for comparison, that should be significantly higher. Work on the modules in the assigned courses. You will see that the modules typically are aligned with the courses you're in. And so the information will be relevant to you because you're studying it in your academic courses and you're also thinking about it as you work through the BDS modules. You can move at your own pace. You'll have a certain set of modules to complete by the end of your course. Your grade for that part of the course is based on the percentage of modules that you completed to 100%. And so we're not looking at your exact how long it took you. We're not looking at pre-test or post-test scores. We're just looking at, did you complete those assigned modules as your course grade? So each module consists of an acquisition set and a fluency set. So work through each item in the acquisition set. Click on all of the clues. You will see that there are clues. So initially you want to think through the question. You want to click on the links that give you clues to answer correctly. This helps you process and understand the important components of the question rather than trying to rush through. Complete each acquisition set to 100% accuracy before you move to the fluency set for that module. BDS recommends keeping 3 to 4, even up to 5 modules in rotation at a time to avoid just simply memorizing the question stems and responses. Have your Cooper textbook available so that there will be links to the Cooper book, so that will help you look up those answers as you go. Here's an example. When you start SPED 628, this is the first time you're going to have BDS modules assigned. So let's say, for example, you're looking at C00 to C03-1. Those might be the first several modules that you put into your order or rotation. And so you'll start with the first one, introduction, work through all of the items there, and no matter how many you completed accurately, move on immediately to the next module and work on the acquisition of those. And as you complete that set of items, then move straight on to the next one, and then maybe move straight on to the fourth one. So you have 4 modules that are open that you've worked through one time. Let's say that you actually completed the first one to 100% accuracy the first time. So the next time when you finish, when you come back around, when you go to C00, you can move right into the fluency for it and work on fluency for that one. And the other ones, let's say that you did not get to 100% accuracy in the acquisition phase, you'll repeat these until you'll keep them in your rotation until you get to 100% accuracy. Let's say when you did C00 fluency, you also got 100% within the allotted time. So when you come back around, you're done with C00. You can move it completely out of your rotation and you'll add C04 so that you'll always have 4 to 5 modules in rotation. Hopefully that makes sense as you get into it. Let me know if you have questions about that. All right, this gives a little bit more information on it. After scoring 100% on an acquisition and a fluency set of the modules, then you can remove that from rotation and add a new module in. All right, here's something that's really, really, really important to you as you work on your unit modules. You might get frustrated, you might not be paying attention, be distracted. You get to the second question in a set and you made a careless mistake. You might be tempted to stop and restart all over again. BDS recommends not doing this. This is not best practice. Your best learning comes from repetition, from working through slowly and carefully. Set aside a time that you can minimize the distractions in your day, if that is at all possible, and so that you can focus. And if you make a mistake early, just set it aside. Continue to work through that module all the way until you get to the end. BDS has found that learners who get frustrated and stop early, you'll get exposure to the first several items, but you won't get much exposure to the final items in that module. And so that's going to be to your detriment. You won't be having the same exposure to those items. That repeated practice enhances learning. You don't want to be merely memorizing, however, so that's why you want to have several modules in rotation. That's also why you want to go through slowly, click on the links, and think about the material that you're answering to. The post-test. You're not required to take post-test as part of your grading. Do not take a post-test until you've completed all modules to 100% accuracy because you will have a limited number of times to take those post-tests. All right, so each post-test can be taken ultimately 2 times. Your goal is 77% or higher. If you get a score of 77%, that's a high correlation with success on a BCBA exam. And if you get lower than that, it tells you might need to go back and look some more at that material. Mock exams, there are 2 mock exams that are available, and those again should also not be taken until the end of your program, until you've completed all of the BDS modules to 100%. You take 1 mock exam, you'll get explicit information on areas of weakness, then you can go back in and cover again those modules that you need to cover again and just study a little bit more, and then you can take the 2nd mock exam. Another reminder, do not quit a module before completion. Very, very important. Actually, you will top out if you will, people that start a module and quit, start a module and quit, start a module and quit, you will very likely not get to 100% accuracy before you tap out of your potential attempts. So you actually have 20 built-in attempts to reach that 100%. And most students get there well before that, unless they're getting frustrated and quitting early. If you get to the 20th attempt at a module and you are no longer allowed to continue with that module, reach out to me and we will send an email to BDS and see if we can get you opened up again. But you are actually, we will counsel you, I will, and so will BDS reps, on not using that particular method for working on your BDS modules. You're not giving yourself the benefit of working all the way through the material. All right, so you can actually see your response errors in the course completion report. So after completing a module, you can click on the course completion report. That's linked at the bottom of the page. And then you will be able to go to the Reports tab in the top ribbon. Any module that has data in it will show up in blue. That means it's a live link. It has data information from your completion. You can click on and get information about your results. So here's an example. It will actually show you the time that you took it, the total time you spent on it, questions that you worked on, how many you answered, and your percentage correct. Then you can click here and actually review any incorrect responses. So here's an example of what you might see when you click on more information. It gives you details on what you did select and what the correct answer is and what a hint for the correct answer is. All right, if you run into a typo or an error in a question, you can immediately notify BDS through a link at the top of the page where it says question comment. Click on that. You can send immediate feedback to BDS. They would welcome that. Sometimes it is really not an error on their part, but if they get enough comments that something was not clear, they can clarify and do some editing to that particular question. All right, so please continue to check your progress in BDS in the coming months, and I will be checking and your course instructor will be checking on your progress. Let us both know if you have any questions or concerns. All right, this is a great tool to begin to prepare you for that BCBA exam.